What's up guys, Baron Factory 1 coming back again for the first time with a reaction video, and a reaction video to none other than the Astris gameplay trailer. Now, if you're anything like me, Astris is one of those games like Enfield that you just shoved to the back of your mind and forgot existed for 2 years, much like how we all thought Hippogriff had. And then suddenly, much like Enfield, Hippogriff just drops everything immediately on you, even a release date. At least in Astris's case, we get a release date, which is kind of crazy if you ask me, because you'd assume you'd build up a little bit more hype to like get people excited for the game, but maybe this is the best option, as they have in the recent CN livestream announced a collab between Arknights and Astris, so maybe it's just the best time to match it up a little bit with the drop of a limited banner. This is Hippogriff's first real journey into not making a full gacha game. This is going to be a paid mobile gaming experience. I am looking forward to it, but I want them, even though it doesn't look like they have, to make a PC client. Because if this game is as good looking as it seems to be in the trailers, it's going to be pretty intensive to run on your poor mobile phone. But other than that, let us just hop right into the video and take a look at what Hippogriff has been cooking for us. And yes, I shall be interjecting my own thoughts and opinions as we go on, as any good reactor, which I am definitely not, should be doing. Taking my first pause here, we gotta look at a few of the different levels that we're going to be walking our way through during the course of this game. Now, they all seemingly have their own little environments to them, and I am very much hoping that they're not just going to be a basically big room for us to run around in before moving on to the next area. Not that I want the game to be so massive that we spend literal days in each area, but I don't want them to be kind of small and just exist to get us from point A to point B in terms of like running through them. If this is being built up as they claim to be building it up to a exploration game, I actually want there to be some stuff to do in the world, and not like stuff where you get a quest for it or a side quest, stuff you could just explore and activate on your own. Now that might be making too much of an ask of them, but considering we are paying for this game and it's not just going to be free to play, I kind of want to raise my expectations a bit, even if it might let me down in the end. Hopping into some actual gameplay, it is of course a turn-based RPG. But we got to see a few different things there. Firstly, if we go back, we got to see a standard attack. Additionally, we got to see what looks like a counter. And finally, we get to see what looks to be a combo move between 3 party members. So there's going to be some variety in this game. And later in this trailer, we will get to see a block move as well. So roughly, I'm going to assume there's going to be an attack, and there's going to be a counter, there's going to be a block, and then there's going to be a skill or an ultimate as well as your potential movesets for each character. That might be expecting even too much from them, and you know, you might only get 1 or 2 per character, but I am looking forward to potentially a lot of variety in the turn-based combat. Looking at this, we can see some of the exploration elements, which is going to be ziplining. And this zipline kind of looks like it's ripped straight from Enfield. Obviously, Enfield and Astris are made by the same company, so a little bit of recycling is to be expected. I want to go back to that shot. Not this one. This one. This is my favorite shot in the game. Just seeing like the homes, the market, it looks great. I'm hoping that this is actually some form of hub or some form of, you know, a main location, and it's not just here's the abandoned city TM that we get to walk our way through. Although depending on how they tie that in. Maybe it could be a very atmospheric area where you learn a lot of stuff just by seeing the destruction caused by, you know, the events in the game. It could work out well, but I do really like the look of this area, and it's my favorite just shot in it. And that is the entire trailer. All that's left is the release date that they will announce just after it, which is the 27th of February. Overall, there's not a lot of gameplay in this. It doesn't really show off anything other than like the flashy moves. I'm hoping before the game releases we get a more extended section of gameplay. We probably will, and that will let us know exactly what to expect from this turn-based RPG. We got some time though, so I'm just going to quickly run through the Astris web page. Starting off, we got a nice spread of all of our characters. We got Jan, we got Vi Cubed, and then we got Astero, I'm not too sure, and we got the remaining side cast. She looks cool. I'm not sure if you can see my cursor here, but if you can't, I'll just put a nice little circle around her. We also, of course, get a little bit of a description on all of our, I won't say all of our, but our four main characters. We got V Cubed, we got Jan, we got Paimon, who's going to be called Manganese in this game, and we got Astero. She is my favorite design of all of the characters, so I'm hoping we get some really good stuff for her, both character-wise and, you know, hopefully gameplay-wise, unless she's just going to be a character that exists. Next up, they have dropped a little bit of lore. It's pretty interesting, I suppose. I'm looking forward to what they actually do with it. You get a little bit of a blurb with each one of them. But I won't waste your time with that here. If I'm going to be talking about the lore of Astris, it's probably going to be after the game drops. And then, of course, they gave us a little bit of a gameplay. What can we look forward to? World exploration. That's pretty obvious. Obscure maneuvers. This seems to be how they are basing their actual turn-based gameplay around, which, from the sounds of things, blends actual real-time gameplay with turn-based. I'm pretty interested to see what they do with this, because this could be a very interesting way of keeping people playing after, you know, the general story content has run out, because it's, you know, just a set game. This could potentially lead into a bigger turn-based game, or potentially a future turn-based, you know, gacha. We will see, but this is kind of what's exciting me about, well, the game itself. The combat could be really nice. And finally, progression experience. It seems that they are tying forms of progression into completing the story. Yeah, it's not a gacha, so it's all going to be in-game. So I'm wondering how they're going to time-gate this, if they're going to try, if they add like, well, you got the stuff, you have to wait an hour to craft it. You know, that would annoy me, especially in a game I actually paid money for. But we shall see how they actually balance this around the actual game. Other than that, I am pretty happy to say that I'm looking forward to Astris. I'm going to be picking it up when it drops, and I will probably be providing all of you good people a review. We shall have to see though, because this game could be terrible and my review is going to be 12 seconds long if that's the case. So you all be good people. I will talk to you next time. See ya.